Hello, Leo, and welcome to your June 2016 General Tarot Card Read. Dee here, along with my dear friend, Miss Lucy.
Hello.
First off, we'd like to say thank you for all the support you guys have sent our way, the comments that you've made, the different things that you sent us in the email. We really appreciate it. And we want you to know that we're here for you. So if you guys have any comments or any type of things you want to tell us, feel free to go ahead and do so. For those of you that are new to us, we do 3 reads for the general tarot card read for the month. Lucy does a spread, I do a spread, and then we do a combined spread, which kind of gives a little bit more clarification and a little deeper read. That being said, please keep in mind that this is a general read.
Yes, it is.
If it does not resonate with you, you might want to check out your rising sign also. And if you don't know what your rising sign is, go back a couple months in the Leo. You can go into the category there, and you can pull up. There's a thing that gives you a free star sign chart. It's free and it's kind of cool online, so that you have it. You just have to put in where you were born, date, time, and all that kind of stuff. So then we also pull 2 oracle cards for you, or 1 depending on what, but we got 2 for you this time, so that's kind of cool. So let's start with Lucy's. We also pulled, I forgot about that, 2 cards from the year
In review.
Yeah,
for June.
We use those as overall cards, and so far it's kind of fit. So again, if you want, go back and look at your year in review and see how it's fit with your life so far. Okay, so we'll start with the one that Lucy pulled for the month,
Which is the Page of Cups. Now this is young energy. It also indicates a new emotional experience, something you've not gone through before. You may be feeling it's a moment of truth. So don't assume that you know everything, okay, here. And the message, it can be a message of a romantic nature. So again, this is about new experiences because it's young energy, it's new energy. It's not that you don't have the knowledge to draw on, it's just something that you've never encountered before. Next is the Six of Pentacles. Now the Six of Pentacles is about, or it indicates material gains, ventures paying off, pay raise, maybe even an inheritance, something of that nature. The message here is to give. As you can see, but he's not paying attention to where he's giving. And some of the money, or as the pentacles represent money here to me, some of the money is missing its mark. So when you're giving, pay attention to where you're giving to, the organization you're giving to, the charity, whatever. But this card indicates material gains for you. And then we have the Three of Pentacles. Now the Three of Pentacles, again, is about material things. It could be in a creative nature, of course, but it's about rewards, through your own hard work. It's reaping the rewards of your hard work. It's something, as you can see by the expression on his face, it's something that he really, or you, or the person indicated here, really enjoys doing. He finds great pleasure in the work that he does, or the creativity side of his nature. It does not necessarily have to be associated with the work that you do, but it is something that gives you great pleasure that you do just for that reason. Now, the caution of this card is that don't let this become rote to you, like something you just repeat for that sake. Don't lose your enjoyment in this, okay? And then we have the Hierophant. Now, the Hierophant represents doctrine of any kind, teaching, religion, organizations. It's doctrine. It's passing down of knowledge that has come before. So the message of this card is to use that gathered knowledge of the generations or generation. Use it to make something that is useful and beautiful, okay? Don't be so caught up in the doctrine itself, the beliefs or the teachings, that you become just, it has to be this way, it has to be this way, it has to be this way.
rigid.
Yeah, rigid in your beliefs. And if the teachings don't match what your heart tells you, then let them go. They're not for you, okay? Of course, the Queen of Cups. Now to me, the Queen of Cups is the Queen of the Heart. She is all about your emotions. She's kind of, you're into it, whether it's yourself or someone that you love, you are caught up in the emotions of that situation. So the message here is you need to look to the needs of your heart, of course you do, but don't be smothering in your affections. Don't go so far as to not let somebody choose the way that they want to go. Okay? The way that their heart tells them to go. Don't be so smothering that you neglect to do that. Yeah. Don't smother people. I have a tendency to do that myself sometimes.
Yeah, trust me. Just kidding.
Now the last card is Strength. And the indications in this card is, as you can see, she's walking beside, and the line represents her baser instincts. So she's walking with them. She's not being drug along. She's not pulling them along. So she has married herself, so to speak. She knows herself internally. She has access to all of that, excuse me, that inner strength, the power, the knowledge this gives her about herself. And the message here is use this power when you need to, but be appropriate with it. Don't go so overboard. Don't go to the extreme of using it just to hurt someone, okay? Or just to get even, because they are our baser instincts. And in the heat of the moment, you might just let it fly, and that would be bad on the person you're letting it fly to, and later on regrets for yourself. So that is the caution there of that cartoon. And also, don't deny that you have these feelings, because if you bottle them up, again, someday they just might come bursting out of you. So that is control, courage, willpower. That's that. And confidence in yourself. That gives you confidence in yourself too. When you can control yourself, it gives you confidence in yourself.
So basically yours is about money and emotions.
Yeah, and going when you need help, going for it, because that's what the Hierophant is. It's knowledge, it's guidance, it's all those things wrapped up into one. It's not just teachings and doctrine and all of that. It's taking what you need from it and making something useful for yourself and something beautiful, something that you can actually live with. Okay.
Okay. So my card that I pulled for the month is called the Three of Wands. So for my spread, this month is all about planning. It's about partnerships. It's about moving forward with your life and the decisions that you're making. And I know that for some of you, last month had a lot of decisions that you needed to make about your life and which way you were going. And it's about your creative process. So this month is just a continuation of that and moving forward with your life and actually looking forward into the future. The first card that I pulled for the month is called the Four of Swords. Now the Four of Swords is about centering yourself. It's about grounding yourself. It's about peacefulness and rest and contemplating your actions. So I think that for the beginning of the month, for a lot of you, you're going to take this time that you need to contemplate what you're going to be doing next in your life. And it's funny because this isn't the only sign that we've had this too. This month is a lot about changing and moving and planning forward in your life. And I think it carries over for you too. And then the next card that I pulled is the Knight of Swords. Now the Knight of Swords is about using your thinking process. And it's got a lot of energy. So it's almost like you've got all of these wise and cunning plans, but it can also push you to where you feel like you're going to be blunt. You'll say things sometimes too, but it'll be like a burst of creative insight. So as you're taking that time to contemplate, it's going to really help with your creative process. And the next card that I got was the Empress. So it is, you are nurturing new ideas this month for yourself. You are nurturing your creativity. You are doing the hard work in this spread. And it's just having an abundance in your life and having that creative ability and knowing it's right there at your fingertips. The next card I pulled is the Page of Wands, and this is a young energy, like Lucy has talked about before with her pages. It's an enthusiasm for new starts, and it's a confirmation of your goals, that you're moving forward in your life the way that you need to be moving forward. So take the time to do the work and think about it, contemplate where you're going. Then if you get a burst of creativity, use it to your advantage. Start to nurture and all these things in your life and realize that you're on the right path, because the next card, which is interesting, is the Nine of Wands. Now, the Nine of Wands is about releasing things that no longer serve you. It's about pressing through and doing the hard work to get to your goal at the end. And if you look at this card, and I think it's kind of an interesting glance on the Nine of Wands, is he's looking at the one that's flowering, or that's one that's starting to grow. And I think that for you guys this month, once you've done the work, the eternal work, and you're planning and processing, and you've got a burst of creativity, you need to really start nurturing that and focusing on that growth in your life, because you focusing on that is really going to get you far. And this is about work and creativity for you this month. So don't be afraid to move forward. And go ahead.
Well, look what he's put behind him, these wands here.
Yeah.
And the illusions of the moon. They are all behind him. There's growth here. Growth. It's just, yeah.
So now it's time to put in the hard work and to really let that grow, because you guys have, in fact, I really see somebody's got even a new idea for a new business. And I would say go for it, because you're going to have all that push and that energy. Really sit down and think. If you need to talk to somebody that can help you, do it. You've got the Empress there with you too. And I would say it would be more of a female nurturing type of a thing. Get some insight as to this business that you're thinking about starting. I think it'll really, really pick up and really do good for you. And it'll give you an opportunity to really put yourself into it, and your creative process will really get moving, and it's going to be a good thing. So that's what my spread's about. So now we're going to do the two of them together, and it's a different read. It's really kind of cool, actually. So you're dealing with the Page of Wands, which is an emotional nature, and the Three of Wands is about picking up and your wand and finally going out and planning for the future. And I really think for this one, this is more of a relationship month. This is about that new energy, and then putting the work into the relationship that you have going on. And I think that it's going to be a very good thing for you.
Yep. The next phase.
Yeah. So it's a lot about planning and just taking it slow. Don't let yourself get ahead of it, and just enjoy what you're going to get this month.
Yeah.
So Six of Pentacles, like she said, is giving. And the Four of Swords is about contemplating. So I think that for some of you, you're going to have an abundance in your finances this month, and you need to really sit down and contemplate where the money is going to go.
Yeah, where it needs to go.
And you need to be generous. You need to be giving this month, because it's going to totally turn around and give back to you. Now you may think, oh, well, I don't have the money. Well, it's not always about money.
No, it can be about your time.
Yes.
It can be about your love. It can be about your abilities. Sharing your abilities with other people that don't necessarily have the same level of ability that you do. Giving advice, okay, being a mentor, something on that order. Yeah, it can be all of those things. It's about your resources. And one of your most important resources is yourself.
Yes, yes. So don't be afraid to contemplate what you're doing and take the time to do that and give to other people, because it's going to help you. Which is, you got the Knight of Swords, which is your thinking process, and that burst of energy and that being blunt. And yet here he is doing the hard work to get to where he's at. He's creating. So just go with your truth when it comes to this creation process you got going on. There is a lot of good energy for you, and it's a lot of hard work this month, but it's good. It's just hold on to what you know and let your mind go. Have fun with it. And this is kind of interesting. The Hierophant and the Empress. So the Empress is more about earthly magic and more about nurturing and motherhood. And the Hierophant's about the religious organization. I get that somebody's going to be pregnant.
Or some kind of organization. Teaching the passing on of knowledge. Knowledge. What knowledge?
Yeah, but
knowledge all over the place.
One of our listeners is going to get pregnant.
Well,
so hey, congratulations. We want to know about this. So kind of let us know. That's kind of cool. I see that. And I see that there's a marriage and there's a baby. And it's something that we're really excited about. Okay. Anyway, so yeah, like she said, it's the a religious institution. So don't be afraid to nurture that part of yourself. You know, we're more than just physical and mind beings. We have a spirit. And
Yep.
if you let that part of you go, it lacks in your life and it can hurt you. So don't be afraid to explore spiritual stuff with yourself and find out who you are and who God wants you to be. And I think it's very important to do that and
The best
nurture
you can
it.
be. Yeah.
Yeah, nurture that part of yourself.
The best you can be.
Don't let that go as you're working on the work stuff and emotions. Yes.
Queen of Cups.
Queen of
and
Cups.
Page of Wands.
So the Queen of Cups, again, is somebody who's a very good friend, very empathic, very empathetic, very emotional.
Yeah, she's heart.
She's very hard. And then you got the Page of Wands, which is that burst of creative activity. And it's just enthusiasm for new starts. And I think that for somebody, there is going to be a Queen of Cups in your life. Now, again, this does not have to be somebody that's a male or female. It's just somebody who embodies a lot of the Queen of Cups. So it would be somebody that's a water sign. And I really feel that this is going to be a new creative start for you, not just with business, but I think it's an emotional start for you too. So again, that'd be kind of interesting to see. But the two of this together, it talks about your emotions and then having that creative burst and to really be enthusiastic and don't be afraid to show yourself to other people.
Yeah.
But I see that too. I see somebody's going to get a Queen of Cups. The last two cards are Strength and Leo. I keep seeing that lion. You guys are awesome. And the Nine of Wands.
Mm-hmm.
So it's knowing who you are and harnessing both your good and your bad, not being so blunt, but not being so gentle either. And growing that potential inside you so that you can turn around and be strong. And again, I keep getting this is more for relationships on this spread and the creative process and the inner work.
Again, it takes strength of character. It takes courage. It takes confidence to turn your back on what doesn't work and focus on what's growing.
Mm-hmm.
Because these have a pull still. They can pull you.
Yeah.
I mean, they had your attention, they had your time, whatever these are, whatever situations those are. It takes courage, it takes strength, it takes character.
And now it's your turn to move away from it.
Yes.
And focus on the growth that's in front of you.
Yes.
And focus on
Whatever that growth
fostering
entails.
it.
Yeah, whatever
You need
it
to foster it.
entails.
And I could see relationships in this spread for some reason. I don't know why, but it's more
Yeah.
set up that way. Okay, so we pulled two oracle cards for you, and which was funny because we haven't gotten one of them in a while, and the other one we're like, the spider, what is this about? Well, in a lot of these spreads, it's all about doing the hard work, and it's a lot about doing the contemplative work and the inner work that you need to do, both in your relationships and your work environment. So the spider is just really telling you to be meticulous and patient, just like a spider is. They build their web, very intricate, and they wait for the prey to come.
Yeah.
And they wait as long as it needs to be before they get that and get what they need. And then they pounce on it.
Yeah.
So
And
just,
they rebuild their web if they need to.
right. If it breaks in an area, they rebuild it. It's all about rebuilding and being meticulous and taking your time.
Mm-hmm.
So this month is about doing that. You're building, you're growing, so be patient. I know nobody likes patient, but it's important for you this month. So be meticulous in your hard work and be patient because you will see the outcome, I would say, as early as the next couple months on some of this stuff that you guys are working on. Okay. Now the next one is called the mountain. And I'm going to have Lucy read it to you.
It says, you have the capacity to float around any obstacle. This is the time to adapt. Sometimes you come across what appears to be an insurmountable obstacle, like a huge mountain that separates you from your success. You might think that climbing it or chiseling away at it is the answer. But why take such a treacherous, tedious approach? I'll get it out.
That's all right. I'm waiting for it.
Be like the rivers that flow around the mountains naturally. You'll move past this obstacle relatively quickly if you choose the easy way around. This is the time to adapt to your circumstances. If you do decide to climb, remember to take one step at a time, opting for the next right action.
Again, be meticulous, be patient.
Mm-hmm.
So again, Leo, this is all about hard work this month, but it's good things. You're got a lot of creative activity and push behind you. You got a lot of emotional and stuff with your work. So this is going to be a good month for you. I'm really excited.
Yep.
So if you're new to us, welcome. We hope that you find a little home here and we're excited that you can be part of our community. And we just thank you for taking the time to watch us. If you guys have any comments, feel free to leave them. If you like what you've seen and want to subscribe, we do videos once a month, and we are working on more, but unfortunately, Lucy and I are both been very busy and we haven't been doing as much, and we're really sorry for that. So our plans are eventually to get to where we're going at, but right now we're not at the point where
No.
we can as much.
No.
But we are
Okay.
trying to do this, and we think that this is important. So feel free to look over the old videos if you want.
Yes.
And
We have found our mountain and we've decided not to climb it.
yeah, we're kind of flowing right now.
We're going to flow around it and adapt.
And that's what we're doing. So Leo, have a wonderful month. Don't be afraid to do the hard work. It's going to be good for you. And we will talk to you next month. Walk in peace, light, and love.
Goodbye.